Hey everybody, this is California Lockdown. I'm a little new at this YouTube thing, as you can see. I'll admit it, I'm an amateur, okay? But I just want to give you some hope out there that you can do this too. Anybody can do this. You just have to have something that you believe in. You know, whatever it is, a niche, a hobby, political, tech, whatever. You know, something that's your passion. So, mine is kind of bouncing around lately, and I kind of was trying to find my niche, and all of a sudden this virus came. It changed everything. Now, before you get the wrong idea, and you're saying, "Oh, who's this guy with this shirt on, made in China, and he's stupid redneck with his hat on?" I just got done doing a big protest up in Paso Robles, California, and before you judge me on that too as being irresponsible, and some of you may have a completely different outlook on it, and say, good for you, man, I wish I could go. And you know, there's a lot of other protests going on. May 1st, okay, and it's been locked down here in California for 44 days. We're on day 44 days, 44 nights. And the pressure is building. Governor Newsom here in California has refused to let people go back to work. People are suffering. People are not getting stimulus checks. People are not able to get through to unemployment. They're not collecting any money. And the people who are making the rules, the politicians, the state, federal, county workers, are all collecting a check. Every one of them. They say we're all in the same boat. We're not. We're all in the same storm. If any of you have seen my videos before, I just keep repeating this. Yeah, we're all in the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat. So all these people that are making all these rules, all the politicians and all the state and federal workers, they're all still collecting a check, whether they're working at home or if they're just sent home. They're all sitting watching Netflix collecting a check. Many are not. So this is my point. This is my rallying cry. And if any of you are out there who feel the same way, let me know. Give me a comment, please. Just anything, and how you feel about it. Now, there's two sides to this coin. Even though there doesn't have to be a black and white, yes or no, all or nothing situation here, as far as reopening California to business. Some of you say you should not be protesting. It's very irresponsible of you. You could spread the virus. And again, others are totally supportive. Some of you are in the middle and not sure what to think, and that's okay. Because you can be, on one hand, you can be very concerned about this virus. You can be very concerned about our civil liberties being trampled on. And you can also be very concerned about our economy that's being crushed. It's being decimated. 44 days of just, I'll drive around the town, it's a ghost town. We can't put up with this as a people, as a sovereign nation, as Americans. We can't put up with this anymore. We've got to start standing up. And if you're afraid of being ridiculed by people saying, "Oh, you just want to kill people just because you want your hair cut," the issue is so much larger than that. So much larger. And you could take all your conspiracy theories, you could take whatever pick of conspiracy theory you want to, there's plenty of them out there, of what's really going on and whether this is really a pandemic or not, or this is just a trial run for the real thing when it comes. Whatever you feel about, the World Health Organization and Bill Gates and China and all the involvement of all these other people, you're just a small, insignificant speck, just like me, and you're just trying to get by, and you're just trying to survive. I realize that, and a lot of people are just scared, and you're scared for your grandmothers and grandfathers, and yes, if you are 80 years old, yeah, I would be afraid. I shouldn't use the word afraid, because I'm not afraid. I have peace in this whole thing. I'll get to that. But I understand how people are scared, and they're scared for the family members. They're scared for their spouse. They're scared for their children. the data that's coming out, that has been coming out from the beginning, is if you're young and healthy, or even middle-aged and healthy, or even old and healthy like me, I'm 59 years old. Okay, I consider myself getting up there, and that is getting up there. And you young people, you got nothing to worry about. The chances of you actually dying of this are slim to none. What do they say? 0.001% chance. Now, don't say, oh, well, look at New York. What's happening in New York? Yeah, New York has half the fatalities. I realize that. Why? Because everybody's crowded in there and they're all on subways and it's a dirty city. And yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, yes, it's contagious. But yes, the vast majority of people, succumbing to this and becoming a fatality are people that are 65 and up. Okay? If you're 65 and up, yeah, you better be careful. I'm careful. I was, been wearing a mask when I go out. I don't want to get it. I'm not, silly. But just looking at the numbers, and previously I've kind of gone over the numbers. Right now, at 44 days of the California lockdown, we're at a little over 2,000 fatalities. And I'll say it again, out of 40 million people, 40 million people in California, and we've got 2,000 deaths, and we're shutting the entire economy down? No. This is... Look at the numbers of seasonal flu. Look at the numbers of cancer. Look at the numbers of heart disease. Look at the numbers of traffic fatalities. And look at the numbers that have died of COVID-19, and you'll begin to put it all in perspective. Okay? You have to keep this in perspective. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to quell the panic, keep these things in perspective, keep the numbers in perspective. And I'll say it again. There's no need to panic over this. There is no need to panic. What you need to panic about is your constitutional rights being trampled upon. Now, yesterday, we had the Paso Robles, California demonstration, and we had about 600 people show up. Pretty good-sized crowd. It was mainly about getting back to work. Now, Huntington Beach, California, huge crowds down there demonstrating. We had a huge demonstration on the Capitol steps in Sacramento yesterday. We had 32 people arrested for peaceably assembling. That should make you think. 32 people arrested. They weren't rioting. They were not rioting. They weren't Antifa and throwing rocks and stuff. Nothing like that. Okay? And it was barely covered in the news. Why? You got to ask yourself, why? If you're watching just mainstream media, you're being lied to. If you are watching mainstream media as your sole source, you are being lied to. You better look around on the internet. Obviously, you're on the internet now. There's lots of information out there that you can sift through. Yes, there's conspiracy theories right and left, and a lot of bad information, disinformation out there, yes. But you have a brain. You're not dumb. Sift through the information. Look and don't just go to your favorite sites and the things that you want to see. Look at some other contrarian views to your normal thinking and see what you think. There's monkey business going on with this virus, and has from the very start. Haven't you had that feeling? Haven't you had that feeling that something's not quite right about this? This pandemic. Some people call it a plandemic. There's something not right about it. Looking at the numbers and the reaction that the world has had to this, it just doesn't make sense. So, okay. I'm tired of being Mr. Nice Guy. I'm tired of talking nice about this whole thing because serious things are happening. People are suffering. People are out of work. People are losing their businesses. They're going bankrupt. They can't even get unemployment. They can't even get their stimulus check, and they're literally going to start getting hungry, and things are going to get ugly real quick. The governor's refusing to open up businesses as of today. He better start. And if you're, he's not watching now, obviously, but if you're watching and you're looking down your noses in contempt at the protesters, think again. They are desperate people who need to work. Don't tell them to suck it up, especially if you're collecting a check. All right. The reason I have hope and the reason I have peace in this whole thing is I know how it's all going to play out. I've read the book. And you Bible scholars out there, you know what I'm talking about. We know how this is going to all end, and it's going to be good if you're a believer. So check it out. Read your Bible. You'll see. And don't just skip to Revelations, because you're not going to understand it at all. You have to read the entire Bible from the very beginning to even understand Revelations. Sorry. So start reading today if you're not already. Gotta go. God bless you. Take care.